Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story of incredible courage and brilliance that literally changed the world of medicine forever. Imagine a place. A war hospital, overflowing with unimaginable suffering, filth, and despair. Picture this, a hospital so dire, so neglected, that it was practically swimming in rats and disease. And in the heart of this chaos, one woman, armed not with a sword or a gun, but with a lamp and an unyielding spirit, stepped in and saved thousands of lives. This is the astonishing tale of Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp, who revolutionized medicine during war. Our story begins in 1854. Amidst the brutal realities of the Crimean War, news was trickling back to England, tales of soldiers dying not from enemy fire, but from preventable diseases in overcrowded and sanitary hospitals. The British public was outraged, and a call for help went out. Florence Nightingale, a well-educated and determined woman from a wealthy background, felt an undeniable pull to answer that call. Despite societal expectations for women of her standing, she chose a path of service, a path that led her straight to Scutari, a British military hospital in present-day Turkey. What she found there was beyond horrifying. The hospital was a nightmare: overflowing sewers, contaminated water, lack of basic supplies, and medical staff overwhelmed and often indifferent. Soldiers lay on straw beds, riddled with infections, their wounds festering. The air was thick with the stench of sickness and neglect. Death stalked the wards, claiming more lives than any battlefield. It was a crisis, a catastrophe on an epic scale. And Florence knew, with chilling clarity, that something drastic had to change. But Florence Nightingale wasn't just a compassionate observer, she was a brilliant strategist. She immediately saw that the problem wasn't just individual suffering, it was systemic failure. Her approach was revolutionary for its time. First, sanitation. She organized massive cleanups, getting rid of mountains of refuse, ensuring fresh air, clean linens, and proper waste disposal. She understood that clean environments were critical for healing, a concept that was far from standard medical practice back then. She literally waged war on dirt and disease. Next, she championed the power of data. Florence wasn't content with just anecdotal evidence. She meticulously collected statistics, recording causes of death, tracking infection rates, and mapping out the horrifying mortality figures. She used these numbers, presented in innovative diagrams like her famous Coxcomb chart, and powerfully illustrate the devastating impact of poor hygiene and inadequate care. These weren't just numbers, they were voices of the fallen, undeniable proof that change was desperately needed. Her statistical work was groundbreaking, paving the way for modern epidemiology and evidence-based healthcare. And finally, discipline. Florence instilled a strict sense of order and professionalism among the nursing staff. She trained them, emphasizing compassion, hygiene, and proper patient care. She transformed nursing from a low-status, often undesirable job into a respectable and vital profession. She demanded accountability and set high standards for everyone, from the doctors to the orderlies. Her presence alone, often making rounds with her lamp late into the night, provided comfort and hope to the suffering soldiers, earning her the legendary moniker, the Lady with the Lamp. The results of her tireless efforts were nothing short of miraculous. Within a matter of months, the death rate at Scutari plummeted from an appalling 40% mortality rate, where more soldiers died from disease than combat. Florence Nightingale's reforms brought it down to a staggering 2%. Think about that. She reduced fatalities by 95%. This wasn't just an improvement, it was a complete transformation. A testament to the power of organized care and scientific principles in healthcare. She didn't just save lives, she rewrote the rules of medical care in times of war and peace. When the Crimean War ended, Florence Nightingale returned to England, not as a war hero seeking glory, but as a relentless advocate for public health reform. Despite her fragile health, she continued her crusade. She advised governments, wrote extensively, and used her influence to push for radical changes in civilian hospitals, workhouses, and even the design of barracks. Her insights were pivotal in establishing the Royal Commission on the Health of the Army, leading to sweeping improvements in military healthcare. Her greatest legacy, however, was the establishment of modern nursing. In 1860, with funds raised by a grateful public, she founded the Nightingale Training School at St. Thomas Hospital in London. This was the world's first secular nursing school, based on principles of rigorous training, professionalism, and compassionate care. Her teachings and methods spread globally, laying the foundation for nursing as we know it today, a respected, skilled, and indispensable profession dedicated to healing and patient well-being. Every nurse, every hospital, every patient owes a debt of gratitude to Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale showed us that true heroism isn't always about wielding weapons. Sometimes, the most powerful battles are fought with knowledge, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to humanity. She didn't fight with guns. She fought with sanitation, with data, and with an unshakable belief in dignity and care for every human life. Her legacy reminds us that even in the darkest of times, one person with vision and determination can spark a revolution that saves countless lives and shapes the future. What an incredible story of impact and dedication! It truly makes you appreciate the foundations of modern healthcare. If you found Florence Nightingale's journey as inspiring as I did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into fascinating historical figures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.